The way we speak is as important as our appearance to look elegant. Ladies, we don't want to give the impression to people we communicate with that we are not classy and are ill-mannered. Always remember that it takes a lot of time to build a good reputation and just a few minutes to tear it down. And so while we maintain to look and dress well, we should also speak elegantly to keep that good reputation. Hello lovely ladies and welcome to Luxury Formula. In today's video, let's talk about 14 things that you should remember if you want to refine the way you speak and avoid mistakes that could ruin your classy image. So sit back, relax, and enjoy watching. Number 1. Don't speak too much. Have you experienced talking to someone who dominates the whole conversation without even letting you speak or insert in a conversation? That looks so boring and annoying, right? Ladies, don't be that type of woman. If you continue speaking even after your listener is clearly disengaged in the conversation, then there's something seriously wrong and you should be aware of that. In these kind of situations, you should be able to discern that you are now speaking too much. Look at your listener's reaction and don't just continue to rant continuously because this will diminish your mystique. Number 2, avoid excessive use of hand gestures. Using hand gestures to put emphasis on what you are saying is okay, but too much of it is a no-no. Too much hand gestures intimidates the person you're talking to, and we don't want that. That's not elegant, ladies. It's more polite to be minimalistic with your hand gestures. One way to do this is to keep your hands cupped or probably put it to your sides. Number 3, don't raise your voice, ladies. Speaking too loudly is crass and you will not appear ladylike. But you might also defend that, what if I am with my friends? We usually talk like that. But do remember, ladies, that you have to train yourself to adapt the best practices in whatever social setting that you are in. Remember the saying, old habits die hard. So if you still do your old habits, no matter how you train to speak with class, there is a tendency that you slip out because you might be used to speaking loudly. So, as much as possible, avoid that. Number 4, don't use fillers. Well, if you really want to, do this things it sounded bad, right? Using those kinds of fillers are not elegant at all, and it just means that you are buying time because you are not certain what to speak next. And this is something that you need to avoid because you will bore your listeners. Start training yourself to stop using these kinds of words. Instead, you can take a pause to gather your train of thoughts and then continue speaking. Taking your time to speak will improve your train of thoughts and your words will come out a lot more fluently. Number 5, don't be monotone. Speaking with little or no expressions at all is a sign of being monotone, and this signals boredom. So, if you want your listeners to pay close attention to what you're saying, avoid being monotonous. This will just disinterest your listener. Number 6, don't interrupt. Interrupting a conversation is absolutely bad manners and unclassy. This conveys to the person that you don't really care about what he or she is saying. If you really want to be a better speaker, let the person finish speaking before you interject. Being a listener of consideration will leave a lasting impression. If in case that you really have to go, but the speaker won't stop talking, you may find a slight break in his or her sentences and say, "Oh Kate, it's a pleasure to be speaking to you. We must find some time again to continue this conversation." Then signal a gesture to leave. That act shows class and elegance. Number 7, speak in a measured tone. Speaking in a measured tone involves not speaking too softly or too loudly, or even in a monotone way. This is a skill that takes time to master, but once you've done it, you will sound classy. Have a variation to how you speak in terms of pacing. Put emphasis on important words to ensure engagement between you and your listeners. These are skills that are very important in many social settings. What do you think about those 7 points so far? Please share them in the comment section below. Also, subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell for more updated videos. And now let's continue. Number 8. Widen your vocabulary. Using better and more poetic language in conversing with people shows class and elegance. So stop being accustomed to basic words and widen your vocabulary by reading books, widening your social circles to learn their ways, good ways of speaking, or watching shows on the television. That way, you'll pick up on certain words that have been used by them. Elegant women are poetic and they leave lasting impressions. Good impressions. Number 9. Never use profanities. If there is one thing that I want to emphasize the most is this: stop using profanities. Never ever swear. Swearing offends people and it gives people the impression that you're a low-class person. Elegant and really decent women do not swear, so it's just imperative for you to eliminate this from your vocabulary. Not just swearing, but those offensive hand gestures and facial expressions as well, like gritting your teeth or pushing your cheeks with your tongue. Be a poised vehicles of refinement and avoid profanities. Number 10. Maintain eye contact but don't stare bizarrely. Maintaining eye contact signals to the one you're speaking to that you are listening and paying close attention to what they are saying. And this is very important because, for one, it tells people that you are engrossed in the conversation. On the other hand, staring obsessively at the person is not good because they might get awkward with you. So, to avoid this, momentarily break the eye contact with the person without looking bored or uninterested. You can perhaps turn a bit and clear your throat or laugh away to break the monotony of eye contact. Number 11. Don't cackle with laughter. There's no need for that, ladies. Cackling with laughter will just mean that you're not classy. There's a more elegant way to laugh. You can cover your mouth with hands or handkerchief and laugh a bit to let the speaker know that you are attentive. This is just a reminder not to spoil your ladylike mystique and elegance by cackling with laughter because this will detract from the image that you're trying to portray and it's just not classy. Number 12. Show your listener that you are actively listening. Ladies, showing that you're actively listening involves more than not speaking when the other person is speaking. Engagement and expression are important. Give signals that you are actively listening, like nodding your head slightly or smiling also when the speaker smiles. Number 13. Avoid the use of slang. As a woman of elegance, we should stop ourselves from anything that is crass and that includes usage of slang terms. Slang can mean different things to different people or social groups, so it may not be understood the way that you intended it to be. It's also very informal and will just show lack of effort. It's seldomly used in social settings, especially on formal ones. So, one should avoid it if you strive to be sophisticated. Number 14. Don't be stiff. Smile and be expressive. As much as this video wants to inculcate to be modest and take speaking in moderation, like how it explained to not talk too loud and soft, it also highlights to be expressive. This doesn't mean too much hand gestures to be expressive, nor speaks louder. It simply means to be firm and assertive at times when you speak to express your point. Have a natural rhythm in your poise and your speech, and don't be too over the top in showing your listener that you're present. Nodding gently and smiling will show how engaged you are with the speaker. It's important to strike the balance with being engaged. And those are the 14 things that you should remember if you want to refine the way you speak and avoid mistakes that can ruin your classy image. If you want to watch more videos like this, Please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell for more updated videos. Stay fashionably elegant, ladies!